What's up guys, I'm Chuckwagon, and welcome to the channel. Today I talk about my initial impressions of Titanfall, the pros, the cons, its longevity, its replayability, and more. So let's get to it. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by today. So Titanfall has been here for just over a week, and we've all had a good opportunity to get some time in, get some unlocks, burn cards, the other chassis, and so on. But let's get started by talking about the game mode most of us likely started with, and that was with the campaign. Overall, the campaign is multiplayer with some cutscenes and voiceovers telling the story of the Titanfall world. After completing all 9 of the campaign missions, where you play a mix of attrition and hardpoint, you are awarded the Strider Titan chassis. After completing a second campaign story of the same 9 missions, you get the Ogre chassis. So far, this has been the only part of the game that really feels like a grind, as the campaign is pretty lackluster when compared to other campaign modes in various other titles. Fortunately, I only have a handful of missions left, and then I'll have the Ogre and be done with the campaign mode. And I know as soon as I'm done with that, I'll likely not play through the campaign mode again, unless of course a friend picks up the game down the road and needs to grind through it and needs some help populating a match, then I'd probably play it. This very scenario, though, should be of concern to Respawn. As people come into the game down the road, how hard will it be to get enough players to make a match for the campaigns? That could be an issue if it takes new players coming into the community an excessive amount of time to unlock the additional chassis. I mean, does that mean they're going to just give up and go back to their primary games? I personally would have preferred to have unlocked the chassis by using the Titans in the standard game modes, just like you do with the weapons. You get so many kills, points, etc. with the Titans, then you unlock the chassis, which would have rewarded skill a bit more in my opinion. Overall, my opinion of the campaign mode is that it's just some unnecessary filler in the game. Would have liked to see them spend the development time used for the campaign mode on some other game modes or other features to broaden the game and offer a little bit more content. As for the gameplay modes, while there are a total of 5 modes in all, there are really only 3 in my opinion: Hardpoint, Domination, Capture the Flag, and Attrition. Hardpoint Domination is your basic conquest game mode where you have 3 points on the map you have to cap to win. This is by far my preferred mode, as it really focuses on playing the objective and less on KDR. If you're bouncing back from point to point, capping the hard points, and defending them, your score will certainly reflect this. And as in the beta, there are less bots in this mode, and killing them will net little points. Capture the Flag is pretty self-explanatory. Take the enemy flag, return it to your base, while defending your flag. Now to Attrition. Attrition is CDM, but killing bots will definitely benefit you more in this mode, more so than Hardpoint. The biggest downside to Attrition, though, is that there are 2 other variations of it, more or less in the game, those being Last Titan Standing and Pilot Hunter. While Last Titan Standing looks to be a decent addition to the game modes, in the big picture I'm not really sure it was needed, and the same can be said for Pilot Hunter. These 2 modes would have made fine additions in later DLCs, but for the launch, I don't see where they added much variety, being that, at least in my opinion, they're just a variation of Attrition. Now, all that said, is there replay value in this title? Absolutely, without a doubt. The action is fast-paced, quick, smooth, crisp, and the mechanics are very solid as well. I can see myself logging a lot of hours in Hardpoint matches. Love how the matches play out, and love that it is very much objective-oriented. And I especially love how on certain maps there are the hard points that you know are the critical ones to hold, and that it is going to be an absolute dogfight to keep them the duration of the match. I also think there is some replay value in the Last Titan Standing mode. While yes, it is essentially Attrition with Titans, it also reminds me a little bit of CSGO, where once you die, you don't respawn until that particular round is over, which is a nice element as it forces you to play a little bit more tactical. While I'm not a huge fan of Attrition, TDM is and always will be a popular game mode in the FPS communities. Now, as for the longevity of the game, can it last? Yes, I believe it can, but not without some minor changes along the way in the short months ahead. The biggest threat to Titanfall's longevity, in my opinion, is the current lack of content. There are only the 3 Titan chassis in all, a limited amount of weapons that don't take incredibly long to unlock, and as mentioned before, only 3 unique game modes, more or less. I'd love to see more weapons, such as carbines added to the game, some more anti-Titan weapons, maybe even some variations within the pilots that are similar to the Titans. I think it'd be interesting to see a pilot that has attributes that allow them to be quicker, but at the sacrifice of, say, some other abilities like maybe they take damage easier, but can jump higher and parkour more and faster than, say, your average pilot. And while I do feel that the 6v6 format does work perfectly fine, I think it would go a long way in sustaining the title if they, made it maybe 12v12 or say maybe even 10v10. But overall, do I think this is a solid title? Absolutely I do. It's a nice change of pace, at least for myself personally, and the quick-paced action makes it easy to sit down for a gaming session, whether you have a short amount of time to spare or you're settling in for an all-nighter. I love the quick twitchy actions as it relates to the gunplay. I enjoy trying to flank around the maps, trying to cap points, as well as hop onto opposing Titans and try to destroy them. And I love getting in the Titans and try to wreck opponents and allow my pilots to get to and cap and hold points. I also feel that the launch has been a successful one for EA and Respawn, and I look forward to what lies ahead for the Titanfall franchise. I think they've done a nice job of getting people into their community and buying into their brand, but the challenge for them now is retaining the thousands upon thousands upon thousands of new customers they recently gained. So what are your thoughts on this? Is this a title that has the sustainability to be a player within the FPS communities? Is it a game you're going to log many hours in? Please feel free to leave your comments below regarding that. But that's going to wrap it up for now, guys. There will be some more overviews coming soon on the Titans and pilots, concerning the weapons, loadouts, etc. So keep a watchful eye out for those. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Your support is always and greatly appreciated. If you liked what you saw today, please like and share the video. If you like what you're seeing on the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. But that's going to do it for now. Until next time, guys, take care, and we'll be seeing you.